Namaste, friends. I'm Heather Wiest with Love Serve Inspire, and today I'll be guiding you through an express yoga flow, 30 minutes or less. If you like to move to music, you can access my Express Yoga Flow playlist on Spotify at Love Serve Inspire. I'm here to guide you, but you're always your best teacher. So please, listen to your body, stay safe, and have fun. For today's practice, you'll just need your yoga mat, no other props. Let's get started. We're going to come onto our backs in Constructive Rest Pose. So you're going to go ahead and transition slowly down onto your back. You're going to take your feet a little bit wider than hip-width distance, and then knock the knees in together. You're going to bring one hand to the heart and one hand to the belly. We're going to take a nice deep inhale in and let it go through the mouth. Another deep inhale in, long exhale out. Working with the attribute of peace today. So as you inhale, imagine receiving harmony, contentment, and peace with each inhalation. And with each exhalation, imagine giving that all away, harmony, contentment, and peace. Working with the collective intentions today. I am at peace in the midst of disturbance. I pursue peace. I'm at peace in the midst of disturbance. I pursue peace. Inviting in any other personal intentions for your practice today. Could be positive affirmation, a prayer, or a deep heart longing. Noticing 3 more full breaths. And then you're gently going to release the hands off the torso. You're going to bring the feet back to hip-width distance. And then we're going to bring both legs to the sky. You're going to reach your fingertips to try to touch your toes. And you're going to point and flex through the feet and the hands, just opening up through the joints. And then we'll make some circular rotations with the wrist and the ankles, 3 in one direction, and then 3 in the other direction. And then we'll hug the knees into the chest. We'll rock up to seated, and we're going to transition into child's pose. So we're going to take Balasana. We're going to take the knees as wide as the mat, big toes to touch, and then you're going to release the hips back down towards the heels. You're going to extend the arms forward if you can, and relax the forehead onto the mat. Just softening in through the hips, through the thighs, releasing the lower back. And then from here, we're going to go ahead and take a little side bend to the right. So you're going to take your left palm on top of your right hand if you can. You can even interlace the hands and allow that left arm to draw you a little bit more towards the right side. Get a nice opening through the left side body as that left thigh draws back. And then we'll go ahead and release, come to center. Walk the hands towards the left. This time the right hand comes on top of the left, interlacing the hands if you can, and allowing that right arm to draw you a little bit more to that left side as you open up through that right side body. And that right thigh and hip draws down and back. Then we'll go ahead and inhale back to center. Going to ground the hands, inhaling up into our tabletop, coming into downward facing dog. Tuck the toes under. As you exhale, the hips are going to come up and back, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Pressing the hands down and away, tops of the thighs are pressing back and up, and the front ribs are hugging in. Place a bend into the left knee and ground that right heel to comfort onto the mat and feel the stretch in the right leg. And we'll switch. Place a bend into the right knee, grounding that left heel down. Take another inhale and exhale as you open through that left leg. And then grounding both heels down towards the mat. Beautiful. We're going to go ahead and walk the feet up towards the hands, coming into a ragdoll forward fold. Clasp opposite elbows if you'd like. Bend the knees a lot. Rest the torso on the thighs. Feel free to sway a little side to side, releasing through the lower back. Let the crown of the head reach down towards your mat. And then we'll go ahead and ground the fingertips to the mat. We're going to take the right foot and cross it over the left, so you have the pinky toes closer together. And then you can either keep your hands on the legs if you need to, or you can walk the fingertips over towards the right side of the mat. Once you find a good spot for yourself, let the crown of the head release down towards the mat and feel the stretch along the outside of the left leg. We'll walk the fingertips to center. We'll uncross the feet. This time the left foot will cross over the right. Pinky toes towards each other. And then walking the fingertips over towards the left side or onto the calves and shins if it's too far for you to reach onto the mat. And then soften in, crown of the head releasing towards the mat, feeling the stretch in the right outer leg. Inviting in peace with each inhalation and exhalation. Just enjoying our time on the mat. Coming back to center, uncrossing, a generous bend into the knees, hands to hips on the next inhale, flat back, come up to standing. Finding your mountain pose. We're going to take our half sun salutations today, adding in standing half moon. Inhaling the arms up, we're going to interlace at the top, index finger points to the sky. As you exhale, we'll take our little side bend towards the right, rooting through the feet, feeling the stretch in the side bodies. Inhale to center and exhale over towards the left. Beautiful. We're going to inhale on up. You're going to lead down through heart center as you forward fold, bending the knees as much as you need to. Inhaling for the half lift. Exhale, forward fold. Let the crown of the head release. Root through the feet, sweeping the arms all the way up. Exhale, hands down through heart center. We'll take that one more time. Inhaling the arms up, interlace at the top. We'll exhale over towards the right side. Inhale to center. Exhale over towards the left. Inhale on up. Lead with that heart. Extend the spine as you forward fold. Inhale, half lift, hands to the outsides of the shins. And then exhale, release, forward fold. Root through the feet, sweep the arms all the way up. Gaze to the palms if you can. Exhale, hands to heart. Front ribs draw in together. We'll add on here. Inhaling the arms up, interlace at the top. We'll exhale over towards the right. Inhaling to center. Exhale to the left. Inhaling up, exhale down through heart center, extend through the spine, forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, ground the hands, bend the knees. We're going to take the right leg back for a low lunge. From here, we're going to release the right knee to the mat, and we're going to inhale the arms up for a Crescent B Pose. We're going to take that left arm onto the left thigh, and then we're going to side bend over towards the left. So hug into midline to find that balance. Then we'll inhale on up. We'll take that right hand down on the inside of the left foot. We'll take a twist to the left as that left arm comes to the sky, softening the shoulders away from the ears. As you exhale, we're going to take a half wrap, taking that left hand behind the back, maybe tucking it into the waist as that left shoulder head draws back a little bit more. Then we'll release the half wrap. Left arm will come to the sky, and down on the inside of that left foot as we take a low lunge lizard. So I'm just releasing my right leg back a little bit more, and I'm pressing into the palms as my chest draws forward, getting a big stretch into the inner thighs and the outer hips. One more full breath here. And then we're going to release into a half split. So you're just going to go ahead and straighten through that left leg to comfort. You can bend into that knee as much as you need to. And just fold over that leg, finding a nice stretch into the left hamstring. One more full breath. And then we're going to return back to our low lunge. Ground the left foot to the mat. Tuck the back toes, lift the knee up. We're going to take a three-legged downward facing dog. Left leg will come up and back. And then you're going to open up through that left hip and place a bend into the left knee, trying to bring that heel towards the glute. Stabilize through the shoulders and the hands. One more full breath. Then we'll straighten through the left leg, ground it down to the mat, downward facing dog. We're going to inhale into plank pose. You can drop to the knees if you need to. We're going to exhale through chaturanga, elbows right alongside the body, all the way down to the mat. Push through the tops of the feet, kneecaps lift as you inhale, chest and shoulders up for low cobra. Exhale back down, tuck the toes, lift through plank or half plank. Exhale, downward facing dog. Another full inhale and exhale. We're going to float the right leg up and back, three-legged dog. We're going to draw that right knee in towards the nose, bring the right foot up between the hands, low lunge. Grounding the left knee to the mat this time. Inhaling up for Crescent B Pose. We're going to take the right arm to that right thigh and then lean over towards the right as you hug into midline and find a point of focus so you can find your balance here. We'll inhale back up. We'll take that left hand on the inside of the right foot, right arm to the sky for a nice low lunge twist, drawing the shoulders away from the ears. And then taking the half wrap by taking that right arm behind the back, maybe tucking it into the waist as that right shoulder head draws back. Then we'll release the half wrap. Take both hands on the inside of the right foot for that low lunge lizard. You can adjust the left thigh back a little bit more, pushing into the hands as the heart leads forward as you find a nice stretch into the inner thighs and outer hips. From here, taking half split. So bringing the hand on the outside of the leg, we'll straighten through that right leg to comfort, a little micro bend, folding over the thigh, opening up through the right hamstring. One more full breath. And then we'll return back to low lunge, grounding the right foot down, tucking the back toes under, releasing the left knee off the mat. We're going to take three-legged downward facing dog. Right leg up and back this time. Open up through that leg and the hip, bend into the knee, and then try to get that right heel to the glute. Stabilize through the shoulders, through the hands, and then we'll straighten through the right leg, bring it back to downward facing dog. Option is stay here or come through your Ardha Vinyasa. Inhale, plank. Exhale through chaturanga. Inhale, low cobra, maybe upward facing dog this time. Transitioning through plank if you're in that low cobra, and we'll make our way to downward facing dog. Another full inhale and exhale. We're going to bend into the knees, gaze forward, step or float to the top of the mat. Inhale, half lift, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, Uttanasana. Root through the feet, sweep the arms up. Urdhva Hasta in Tadasana. Exhale, hands to heart. Samastitihi. Adding on here. Inhaling the arms up. Interlace to the top. Exhale over towards the right. Inhale to center. Exhale to the left. Coming down through heart center as you forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, bend the knees, plant the hands. We'll take that right leg back, seal it down for warrior one. Inhaling the arms slowly up and overhead. as you sink into that warrior one. You have a nice bend into the front knee, back leg is strong, and it's in a comfortable spot for your knee. Gaze is forward, arms are strong, left thigh is drawing back and in. From here, we're going to open up to the right side, and we're going to go ahead and have our feet just angling at a 45-degree angle or like external rotation, and then bend into the knees for a goddess squat. So you want to make sure your knees are tracking over your ankles and feet. We're going to take the arms out to the side. We're going to take them behind us, just tuck them into the waist. We're going to keep the squat as we forward fold. So lengthening the tailbone down towards the mat, keeping that nice squat. You're going to exhale, forward fold. Feeling this in the inner thighs. Keep the squat. One more full breath. And then keep the squat as you inhale, lift up, and now straighten through the legs. Nice job. We're going to take warrior two facing the back of the mat. So the right foot is going to point straight towards the back of the mat, and you're going to bend into that knee. Back leg is rooted and strong. You have nice, strong arms. And just take a gaze at the right knee, making sure you're tracking over that second toe. Right thigh is rolling down and under. We're going to flip the front palm, take a reverse warrior, Viparita Virabhadrasana. Can also mean peaceful warrior, continuing to invite peace into our practice. We're going to inhale up, and we're going to take a side angle pose, lightly resting the arm on the thigh, left arm to the sky. We're going to take the hand down onto the inside of the right foot. Option to take a half wrap, left arm behind the back, or a full bind. Choices here. So trying to grab onto the hands or maybe the wrist, opening up through the chest and shoulders. Keep the bend into the front knee. One more breath. If you have the wrap or bind, you'll release, straightening through the front leg for Trikonasana. Hand can come to the shin or the inside or outside of the foot. Can even hook the big toe. Just try to maintain space in both side bodies. Now we'll keep the strong straight legs and reverse our triangle by windmilling the arms back. And then returning back to warrior two. We're going to cartwheel the hands to the mat. You're going to stay in that low lunge. We're going to be taking a side plank pose. So you're going to root through the left hand. You're going to come onto the blade of the left foot, and that right foot will come into side plank. You can always drop that left knee to the mat. Now we're going to kickstand. So we're going to take the top leg and kickstand it. So we're in a supported side plank shape. Now listen, we are going to float that straight leg, the left leg, and bring it onto the inside of the right foot for a toe squat. So we can hold the toe squat here. You may have to revisit that little sequence. Or you can take side Parsva, Kakasana, or Bakasana. So side arm balance. Classically, you're going to take the arms in Chaturanga to the right. Classically, you try to rest on that left tricep, not using the other one, but if you need to support and create a shelf with both, totally fine. So holding toe squat is totally acceptable, or you can experiment by bending into the elbows, transitioning into Parsva, Kakasana, bent arms, or Bakasana, straight arms. Feel free to extend through the legs if you'd like, and then return back to toe squat. Good job. Now we're going to take plank pose at the back of the mat. From plank, you're welcome to come to down dog or work through your Ardha Vinyasa. Exhale through Chaturanga. Inhale, low cobra, upward facing dog. Transitioning through plank, we'll make our way in down dog. Good work. We'll take a nice deep inhale and exhale. From here, we'll float the right leg up and back, three-legged dog. We'll take that right foot up between the hands, low lunge. Seal the back foot down, preparing for warrior one mindfully. Keep the bend into the front knee. Take the arms up and overhead. Beautiful. Find a point of focus. Right thigh is drawing back and in. Strong arms. Feel a nice opening into the left hip flexor. We'll open up towards the left again, and we'll find that goddess squat. So your feet are angling out so that when you bend the knees, they're tracking over the feet. Taking the hands behind the back, keep your squat. We're gonna go ahead and forward fold, such a nice pose to strengthen our adductors, our inner thighs. Strengthening and lengthening. Keep the bend into the knees, inhale back up, and then straighten the legs. Finding warrior two towards the top of the mat. Bend into the front knee, back leg is feeling nice and strong, left thigh drawing back and in. Gazing over that front knee, making sure it's tracking over your second toe. We'll flip the front palm, finding reverse warrior, Viparita, Virabhadrasana, peaceful warrior. I am at peace in the midst of disturbance. I pursue peace. Inhaling warrior two, finding side angle pose, Parsva Konasana, right arm to the sky. You can take the hand to the mat. You can half wrap or full bind. Couple more breaths here. You find your variation, opening through the chest and shoulders, bending into that front knee. One more full breath. If you have the bind, you'll gently release. We'll straighten through the front leg, Trikonasana. Find a nice spot for your hand, a little micro bend to the knee. Opening up through both side bodies. Keeping the strong straight legs, we'll reverse our triangle. Let it feel good in the side bodies. And then inhaling, Virabhadrasana 2, warrior 2. Okay, here's your chance to get that crazy sequence. So we'll cartwheel the hands to the mat. You're in low lunge. We're going to root through the right hand, blade of the right foot preparing for side plank, Vashisthasana. Left arm to the sky. From here, we're going to kickstand. Take the top leg, kickstand your side plank. And then from here, floating that straighter back leg, bringing it into the inside of that left foot. Nice. So we're going to take Parsva, Kakasana, Bakasana on the left side. So bringing the hands to the left side, or you can stay in toe squat. Classically, we're just going to use that front tricep to balance. You can use both for a shelf. So you're going to try your variation. Bent arms or straighter arms. Coming on up. Maybe you straighten through the legs. Nice job. Weight bearing. So good for the bones. And then coming back to toe squat. Awesome. I saw you from behind with the eye in the back of my head. All right, so we're going to find plank pose towards the top of the mat. Inhale. You're welcome to stay and come into down dog. Or exhale through chaturanga. Inhale, low cobra or upward facing dog. Transitioning through plank if you need. Downward facing dog. Another deep inhale. And exhale. And we're going to come to our knees for a child's pose. Allow yourself to rest. One more full inhale and exhale. From here, we're going to inhale on up. We're going to come into a 90-90 stretch. We're going to take the left leg forward and the back leg bends as well. All right. So nice hip opener here. We're going to add a twist to it. So you're going to go ahead, find a nice shape for your legs that works for your body. And then you're welcome to forward fold over the front leg to comfort. And you can stay here, or you can work into the twisting variation. You can start by taking the right hand to the foot, kind of see how that feels. And then if you're able, you're going to take the left elbow to the arch of the right foot. Bring the palms to touch and take a nice twist towards the right. 2 more full breaths. And then we're gently going to release. Coming back forward, and we're going to switch legs. We'll take the right leg forward, left leg back. You're welcome to fold straight over that right leg or take the twist. You can start by pressing into the foot with the left hand. And if you can, you'll take the right elbow into the arch of the right foot, palms to touch, and find a beautiful twist towards the left. So wherever you're at, honor your body and breathe. One more full breath. We'll go ahead and release, and we'll take both legs forward for Pashimo Tanasana. Bend the knees as much as you need to here if the hamstrings are tight. Flex through the feet, inhale the arms up, fold forward. Again, bend the knees as much as you need, grab onto what you can. Extend the spine and then soften in. 3 more full breaths. Notice how the body's feeling, where energy is flowing. Inviting in that peace, harmony, contentment into the heart space. As you exhale, just giving it all away around you. We're going to inhale on up. We're going to transition on to our back. You're going to go ahead and hug the knees into the chest. We're going to take a happy baby by reaching for the outside edges of the feet. Feel free to rock gently side to side. And when you feel complete, we're going to extend the legs out long for Shavasana. Please know that Shavasana can be taken on the back, on the side, or even on your belly. Wherever you're at, let yourself soften. Let yourself release effort and energy. Let the body deeply rest. Shavasana. If you can, I encourage you to stay here a little bit longer. I want you to imagine that you're in the grass or on the beach, lying in the sand, and you're looking above at the clouds in the sky. And you're just watching the clouds move and shift and change shape, and just how meditative that is and how peaceful that is. Maybe inviting in that activity sometime this week. A cloud meditation. Honoring your intention that you set for your practice. Continuing to pursue peace. It is always a true honor and a pleasure to guide your practice. Thank you for sharing your beautiful presence with me. From the light within me, I honor and respect the light within you. Walk in grace and peace and shine bright, my friend. Much love. And namaste. Feel free to stay connected with me on my website, loveserveinspire.com.